Did Constantine make Catholicism, or let's say Christianity, more pagan? Um, this is an interesting question. So, I this is one that I'd be like, I wonder what you guys have heard. But common knowledge says that Constantine, or the Roman Empire, let's say, got their grubby little hands and strong armed the bishops, to do what they wanted and set church doctrine for centuries, right? Or, they watered down Christianity to make it more pagan because maybe Constantine, in this question, he is, of course, a Roman emperor. So he's got no, he's not a religious, not a bishop or anything. So he's got political aspirations, of course. So he's going to water down perhaps Christianity to make it more pagan, not purely Christian anymore. There's a million ways this question could go. But interestingly, so Constantine became emperor in, let's see, Constantine became Christian in 312. Let me share this document again. Hope this is not bothering you guys too much. Okay. In 313, we get the Edict of Milan by Constantine Licinius, but it was in 312 that Constantine became Christian. So if you know a little bit about the background of Constantine becoming Christian, narrative and legend tell us that, not all legend is necessarily fabricated or fictional, but legend tells us, legend in the sense because it's not always going to be verified. Legend tells us that it was Monica that became Christian first, and that she went to Jerusalem on a pilgrimage in order to retrieve the fragments of the holy one true cross of Christ, and that she influenced Constantine to become Christian. And also, there's a different legend that says that Constantine became Christian upon seeing, Christ or some sort of religious experience in battle that helped him to win a battle. And so by doing that, it influenced him to become Christian. But for whatever reason, Constantine becomes Christian in 3. And then we have in the next year, he legalizes Christianity. Now, there are some nuance that we need here because this doesn't make Christianity the state religion. I'll comment upon that in a second. He just makes it legal. In other words, why is that difference worth noting? Because just legalizing something doesn't mean that everybody should practice it, right? So this is just really an emphasis on tolerance here. This can be tolerated. Now they're not persecuted. Now they're not killed for their beliefs. This is, we don't think a lot about how if you have a certain religion or certain belief faith system that you would be illegal, because especially if you live in the United States like I do, probably many of you do, we have freedom to practice whatever religion we want. But imagine a world where if you practice a certain religion or have certain beliefs, you are now illegal, and to do that, you will be put to death. That I don't think we appreciate that enough. So let that sink in. So that being the case, to legalize something, now you can do it. Finally, you don't have to be afraid of going to death. That does not mean that by legalizing this, by this Edict of Milan here, that does not mean that in doing so, it made it the state that everybody had to practice. The only thing here is that it's legal now. So I can't say more about Constantine until I get to talking about the Council of Nicaea.